Welcome to the program. We have seen enough. Joseph R. Biden Jr. will be the president-elect of the United States, defeating Donald Trump. The race has been called by Decision Desk HQ. Others are starting to call the race. Individuals familiar with particular states are making it clear that in those states, there will be no turning back, that Joe Biden's leads, including newfound leads that appeared overnight, will sustain. And at this point in time, we are not saying Donald Trump will concede anything. There is no doubt whatsoever that Donald Trump is going to be filing lawsuits and trying to get recounts, and there will be some recounts. But because Joe Biden has taken leads now in multiple states and leads have grown in other states, Joe Biden is poised to be the presumptive winner of the presidential race. And we can say that with some comfort at this point in time. So let's take a look at some of the numbers, the latest numbers in the key uncalled states. Reminder, Alaska is still not called. It will not matter in the end. In Nevada, as the vote has continued to trickle in from 75 to 80, 85, now 86% reporting at the last batch of votes, Joe Biden's lead growing by a few more votes now to 20 and a half thousand votes in Nevada. There is every indication, based on the overwhelming amount of votes left from the Las Vegas area, which votes for Joe Biden, that the lead will grow. That alone would be enough to get Joseph R. Biden Jr. to 270 electoral votes. In Arizona, the vote continues to come in, and there is no credible path for Donald Trump to retake the lead. Remember that Arizona was called by both the Associated Press and Fox News a couple of days ago. Donald Trump insisting they should keep counting the votes. Of course, that's what we do in elections. We keep counting the votes, and they've continued to count the votes, and it does not appear as though that will be reversed. Pennsylvania overnight, flipping from Donald Trump to Joe Biden. It started 2 days ago as an 8-point lead for Trump. They knew the mail-in votes would be counted over time. And as that happened, the lead for Joe Biden shrank. The lead for Donald Trump shrank from 8 to 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last night, it went below 1. It went to below half a point. This morning, it was tied. And with the latest addition of votes, Joe Biden has now taken a lead of about 8,900 votes in Pennsylvania. Because of what is left to count, experts in Pennsylvania say there is no path for Donald Trump to retake that lead. In Georgia, Donald Trump has lost his lead, slowly diminishing from a few points to half a point to a tie. As of right now, statistically, 49.4 for each candidate. Although when you go one more digit, you see that Joe Biden does have a slight lead there of about 1,800 votes. And so any combination, understand that Nevada alone does it for Joe Biden. Nevada experts say Nevada is done. But were he not to get Nevada, and even if he were to lose Arizona, Pennsylvania alone would put Joe Biden over 270. This makes North Carolina, which has not gone either way yet, irrelevant, essentially. Of course, if Joe Biden maintains Georgia, he also wins. If he gets Georgia but not Pennsylvania, he needs certainly to maintain Arizona or Nevada. And of course, if things end as they are now, we don't know if they will, but if they do, Joe Biden will end up with 306 electoral votes, more electoral votes than Donald Trump had in 2016. And a massive, absolutely massive popular vote victory. As of right now, the popular vote is in Joe Biden's favor by 2.7%, which, because of the very high turnout, is nearly 4 million votes. Just shy of that at about 2.96 million votes right now. Just shy of that 3.96 rather, just shy of a 4 million vote margin. It will be a historic popular vote margin for Joseph R. Biden Jr. One last sort of element to look at. The current count per the New York Times In Pennsylvania, matching up with that of the Associated Press, a slight Joe Biden lead. In Georgia, a very slight Joe Biden lead. North Carolina still with no new reporting, and we are not expecting any new reporting for some time, has Joe Biden down 1.4 percentage points, but we do not expect it to matter. Arizona, the New York Times has not called, but the numbers remaining in Joe Biden's favor. And then again, as I mentioned, in Nevada, with the latest update, Joe Biden now with a 20 or so thousand vote lead there. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is happening. It is happening. Now, we are not out of the woods in the sense of we still don't have Senate results. We still don't know what's going on with the House in total. Donald Trump will get recounts in some states. He's filing lawsuits in some states. He has gone completely out of his mind, and he is unlikely to concede. Insiders are saying Trump will not concede. Now, don't worry, because concession is not a legal process. Concession is a formality where normal people, when they lose, say, I concede. My opponent has won. They call their opponent. In ideal times, you issue a message of unity. Not that I liked these people, but John McCain in 2008 had to silence the boos from his sycophants to say, Barack Obama's a good man. We both love this country. We are with Barack Obama. George H.W. Bush, when he lost in 1992 to Governor Bill Clinton, issuing, again, doesn't mean we're saying was a great president. He wasn't. But he behaved like a normal person. Even Hillary Clinton in 2016, despite Donald Trump saying you would be in jail if I was president, conceded despite Donald Trump's claims to the contrary. So we are going to be paying very close attention over the next few days to whether there is violence, to how the vote counts continue coming in. On today's program, we will be speaking about everything from Sean Hannity saying they need to redo the Pennsylvania election, Trump advisor Stephen Bannon saying Dr. Anthony Fauci should be beheaded. Yes, he said that, and so much more. But the big news is the presumptive, we are not yet saying president-elect, the presumptive winner of the 2020 presidential election is Joe Biden. Now, in advance of what I know will be some disappointment that Biden didn't win by more, and that the Senate and House aren't looking great, we are going to talk about the problems on the left that led to what should have been a blowout not being a blowout. But it's not just the left, it's also the right. There is a lot to discuss, and I don't want to shortchange that conversation. So let's not do it right now. But what I do want to remind people is this is the removal of an incumbent president. It is very difficult to remove an incumbent president. Bill Clinton did it to George H.W. Bush in 1992. That was a three-way race. Ross Perot was in that one. There were additional factors, complexities, etc. It is not common that you remove even a bad incumbent president. So we have to remember when we look at the numbers, incumbent president loses by 4 million. That is a big deal. It doesn't excuse the failings of the Democratic Party. It does nothing. It doesn't excuse the fact that nearly 70 million Trumpists said, let me vote for 4 more years of that. That's horrifyingly scary. But the important thing to remember is that removing an incumbent president is really difficult. I expect we will see more calls by the networks over the next few hours. Donald Trump did speak yesterday, and we're going to have video of that. He gave a completely delusional, humiliating press briefing, saying everything is fake, everything is fraud, claiming victory. Donald Trump Jr. took to Twitter and said that they need to go into total war mode, which I'm worried will lead to violence. We had questions throughout the day yesterday. Why does Trump want to stop counting states that he's losing? If you stop counting when you're losing, you lose. We will find out about the incompetence that was at play there. And we are even starting to see some Republicans, and I'm not saying they're good people because they're not, but some Republicans are even jumping ship with Trump's authoritarianism, saying it's dangerous for him to claim victory when he hasn't. It's dangerous for him to claim fraud when he has not presented any actual evidence of fraud. And because we want to have more good news today, if possible, I will talk about the very bad news about the pandemic. I will tell you about that. 118,000 cases yesterday. But on the good news, the war on drugs was absolutely crushed on election day. Very interesting numbers. 2016 was not a fluke. Donald Trump and his coalition are still here, and they are very strong. They almost got him reelected. But Joseph R. Biden Jr., with multiple paths to 270, and now we can say the presumptive winner, the race has been called by Decision Desk HQ, and I anticipate more calls very, very soon. So glad you're with me. Make sure you're following me on Twitter at @dpakman. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at david.pakman. Continued coverage and much more. One of our sponsors today is Helix Sleep, and it's a sponsor I'm thrilled about because I sleep on a Helix mattress at home, and it's just the perfect mattress. One of the best things about Helix is you don't have to guess which mattress do I need, which one will be good for me. You take their famous sleep quiz on their website. You tell them your body type, your sleeping position, your back pain issues you might have, and they will pair you with a mattress that will be perfect for you. I took the sleep quiz. The mattress they suggested was exactly what I needed. I often get too hot at night. The mattress keeps me cool. It's not too soft. It's not too firm. The texture is right. And I've just been getting way better sleep. You only buy a mattress every decade or so. Don't get stuck with something that's not perfect for you. And all Helix mattresses come with a 10-year warranty, and they'll even come to your house and pick it up within 100 days if you don't love it. But I think you will. All of my viewers will get up to $200 off your order, and you'll get 2 super premium pillows for free when you go to the link right underneath this video.